Hello, all of you. How are you preparing for the exam? Super well? Right. Let us start right now with the revision for joint product and byproduct. These revision lectures, I'm revising the concept, I'm discussing the booster notes, I'm revising and making you aware of all the pitfalls jahan galti hoti hai, right? In our regular classes, of course, one concept, one problem we are doing, which is not possible here for these revision videos, but maximum for specific problems where what level of the adjustments we have done, for that I'm sharing those problems also. So have you gone through the contract costing video? And there I've shared with you the institute's escalation clause problem, which is repeatedly asked. Only the change in the price will be taken care by the contractee. If the price is changing, a part of it will be borne by the contractee. If I, as a contractor, am using more of quantity, that won't affect. Okay? Clarifying this because this was the common doubt asked. Let us begin with the revision video for joint product and byproduct. Now, in this chapter, only two types of questions are asked based on the concept of this chapter. One is whenever we see the production companies up to a limit, they are doing common process. So I'm putting material, labor, overhead, and say I'm putting milk and everything, and I'm getting curd. After getting curd as my common produce, I have 2-3 options. Sell the curd as it is, put sugar and essence and make sweet lassi, or put all ginger, chili and all and make buttermilk. So whatever cost I have incurred, milk and other chemicals and all to make curd, milk powder or whatever, that is all joint cost. After the joint cost, I have 3 options. I have got 500 kgs of curd or 500 liters of curd. 250 liters I may make sweet lassi. 100 liters I make salted, and remaining I may pack and sell the curd as it is. So after the split off point, whether I should sell the curd as it is or I should further process the curd into the sweet lassi and buttermilk, that depends upon decision making choice. So one very important and very easy question asked in this chapter is decision making, whether further processing should be done or not. And second very important concept here is how to split the joint cost. See, finally, like we did in the overhead, how service costing. Service department overhead should also be absorbed by the main production department, no? Because finally the product you are going to sell. So that product should have service department cost also. Service department is not going to sell anything. Same way, when you are selling lassi or curd as it is or buttermilk, the joint cost of producing the curd should be apportioned between the products. Okay? And this point where they are apportioned, this point is called as split off point. So now the joint cost can be apportioned by various methods which are discussed in your syllabus. Many times simple 5 marks question is asked, what are the advantage and disadvantage of features of one of the method, or they are asking you apportion the joint cost by NRV and all or quantity and sales. So one type of question is apportion the joint cost. Another type of question is decide whether you want to sell the joint product at the split off point jahan alag hua hai wahi sell kar do curd ko, or you further process it and sell it. So obviously we will process it further if after processing and after incurring additional further processing cost, is it beneficial? Is it giving more profit? Then definitely I would go for it. Otherwise, I would not go for it. Okay? Right. So I'm sharing first the material what we have for joint product and byproduct. While making the joint product, we also get byproduct. I will keep this discussion for later. because byproduct, co-product, what is the treatment, that's a part of the syllabus, but I don't want to open all the fronts. So right now, joint cost, how will you apportion? Okay, what is the common cost? All the costs incurred till the split off point are called as the common cost. Post split off, specific costs are there. Okay, right. Now, first method of apportioning the joint cost is physical quantity method. If you have put 500 liters of milk and you got 100 liters of curd and 200 liters or kgs of paneer, like that, this is your joint product. जो भी आपने बनाया, joint product मतलब 2-3 products what you are producing simultaneously from single process. So till here, whatever cost you have incurred, this is the split off point. This cost, you can say the joint cost of raw material labor overhead is rupees 5 lakh. Now this 5 lakh you can apportion in the physical quantity. That is final product, 100 liters at 200. So in 1:2 ratio, or in kgs or liters or number of units, whatever it is. So physical quantity method is according to the weight, gallons, tons and all, you can divide. Where it is easy to identify that when I'm putting curd and when I'm processing curd, I'm getting 200 packets of lassi and 300 packets of buttermilk. And this is lassi. So 2:3 ratio, we can divide this 5 lakh rupees ka joint cost. That is physical quantity. Second is average unit cost. Okay. Total cost is 5 lakh for 500 packets and 200 packets are curd and 300 packets. So physical quantities, you do it in kgs, liters and all. And average unit cost is divide it and do. For example, A, B, C, you are getting average unit cost. Number of units produced of A are 500, for B 200, for C 300. And joint cost is what? 600. So 600 divided by 1000. That is 60 per unit is the average cost. And 60 multiplied by 500, 60 multiplied by 200, 300, so on. That will be the average unit cost. Clear? Right. Now, next, many times they are asking this question. This is called as contribution margin method. This method of apportionment is generally used where you can classify your joint cost into the fixed cost and the variable cost. समझ में आ रहा है? आपका जो total cost है, that if you can divide into fixed cost and variable cost. And now let us see. Yeah, for those who have not watched, do watch first with lot of weightage the revision videos for material, labor, overhead, cost accounting system. This should be the sequence. Cost sheet. All these are very important videos, and watch the videos according to the playlist. Separate playlist is there for the tax revision videos, separate playlist for the costing revision videos. So if you watch like that, you can watch it in sequence with headphones, with full screen, so that you get benefit of writing all boosted notes. Okay? Now, सबसे पहले, can you apportion your joint cost into fixed and variable? Okay, let us start again. So we were discussing contribution margin method. Now what happens in the contribution margin method? You all know in marginal costing, sales minus variable cost is the contribution. So first of all, this method is used when you are able to apportion the total joint cost into fixed cost and variable cost. Okay. Now, variable cost of joint product, you apportion by other method, physical quantity or average number of units. Total cost divided by number of units, or survey method. In survey method, you give points. According to survey, A product will get 8 points, B will get 2 points, C will get 1 point. So 8:2:1, like that. Now, compute the total variable cost, apportioned variable cost, and flow post split of variable cost. Now, sales minus the total variable cost, joint variable cost and post split off will give you contribution. हाँ? इंडिविजुअल A, B, C का जो सेल वैल्यू है तीनों का, फ्रॉम दैट माइनस होल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, joint cost of variable cost also a portion and split of variable cost तो है, so you will get the contribution. And now joint product का जो fixed cost है, a portion in the ratio of this contribution. Are you getting? For every method, nice problems are worked out in your material. Should I repeat? A, B, and C are there. Sales value is given to you minus the variable cost. Okay. Now variable cost, both you take up. Post split off, anyhow it is separate. And pre-split off, I mean say the joint variable cost. Joint cost है ना? उसमें जो variable cost है, that you apportion by any method, physical quantity and all. So you are getting the contribution. And then joint fixed cost, you apportion in this contribution ratio. ठीक है? So like that we have the contribution value. Now final market value. So you have 2-3 market values. You can apportion the joint cost based on market value of the product at split off point. Joint cost, raw material, labor, overhead. You have 3 products, A, B, C. A you can further process L, M, N. So either you can take sale value of final product L, M, and N, final market value after further processing, or you can take market value at split off. Just at the split off, what is the market value A, B, and C? After further processing, what is the market value L, M, and N? That will be given to you. So in either of this ratio, you have to apportion the joint cost. And very popular method for apportioning the joint cost is the NRV method. NRV method, the net realizable value method, we go reverse. Final sales value नीचे से ऊपर जाना है, जैसे कॉस्ट शीट में ऊपर से नीचे आता है ना, नीचे से ऊपर. फाइनल सेल्स वैल्यू माइनस प्रॉफिट मार्जिन माइनस सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एक्सपेंस and further processing cost, you get NRV. I want to repeat. Final sales value. In fact, you all should write minus further processing cost is given. Minus profit if given. What do you get? Further processing cost, selling and distribution expense and all. You get NRV of A, B, C. In this NRV ratio, you apportion the joint cost and then you can complete the problem. Okay. Now, very important, everyone who is watching this video is to know each and every function of your calculator super well. M plus, M minus and all. Are you getting what I am saying? If you don't know how to use your calculator properly, you need speed, no? You will get 3 NRVs and you will get total of NRV. So, 10 lakhs NRV में 532 है. And joint cost is say 3 lakh. So 10 lakh में 5 lakh है तो 3 lakh में 1.5. You need to apportion it, no? So 5 divided by 10 into 3. Are you getting or not? 10 में 5 तो 3 में कितना? तो 3 lakh by 10 lakhs. You can divide and put it in memory and then multiply by 5. Multiply for overhead chapter, for joint product, byproduct. You need to have a super good speed with your calculator. Clear or not? So that's why I'm saying NRV method और ये सब के लिए calculator में speed अच्छा होना चाहिए. Are all the methods clear to you? Survey method is not given in theory, but I want to explain here. Survey method, one problem also we have solved in the answer book. From there I'll explain. So how many methods we have done? Joint cost can be apportioned by physical quantity, kgs, liters, number of units. See, like chocolates and all, you have Number of units also, each packet has 80 chocolate, and weight also. So you can do it according to weight. Milk packets are also there, liters is also there, oil packet is also there. So 3 packets of oil, 10 packets of oil, that is unit of measure. Or you can do it in liters and all. ठीक है, ये हो गया oil packet and liters and all. And so one was physical measure, one is average unit, one is contribution margin where you can apportion the variable cost and fixed cost in the joint cost. Then market value at split of point, final market value, and the sixth method is most important, that is the NRV. And survey method is there, I will explain. Did you understand now? Chalo, now I want to explain what is byproduct. Joint products are when you are producing, you get two products which are almost of similar value. I told you from curd, if I make lassi or I make buttermilk, both are having almost equal value. But byproduct is the product which we didn't wanted to produce, but it has come and the value is very low. For example, if I take peanuts, I crush and I get groundnut oil, crude, then I put chemicals, I get refined groundnut oil. तो वो जो groundnut का जो crush रह जाता है ना, that is called as oil cake, and it is a very good fodder for animals. So those poultry farms and dairy farms and all, they take it from the groundnut oil company. Are you getting? So what I wanted to produce? Did I wanted to produce oil cake? It's a byproduct. From sugarcane juice, I am making sugar and jaggery. तो वो sugarcane में जो ऊपर से जो froth निकलता है, that is called as molasses. It's a byproduct, and it's one of the important ingredient in making balms, iodex and amrutanjan and all this. So byproduct is very small in value. It is produced with the main joint product. ठीक है? Right. Okay. One more thing may not be asked in exam, ज़्यादा पूछते नहीं है, but relevant है यहाँ पे. Joint product, so you got two products of, like from leather sheets, I can make bags, I can make belts, I can make shoes. Bag, belt and shoes are joint product. 2-3 products which you are making of same value. Now, joint product is clear to you. Now, byproduct is clear. One more new term I am introducing here is co-products. So, joint product are two products which are produced of similar value. Co-product is choice. From leather sheet, either you can make bag, laptop bag, or you can make shoes. So, co-product is any one of the product which is prepared. Joint product and co-product are used synonymously, but strictly a distinction can be made. Co-products which are contemporary but do not emerge from the same material. You can make bag or shoes out of the leather sheets. Whereas joint product, two or more product produced in course of same processing. Byproducts recovered from the discarded part. Joint product is intentionally manufactured, this incidentally comes. It's comparatively high in value, comparatively low in value. Okay? Right. Split off point is clear, no? I'm putting raw material, labor over it. And the point where I split the product, this point is called as split off. So what is the market value of split off point? ये ले लो, नहीं तो final market value ले लो. ठीक है? Survey method is just like weights, what you put. Now, one thing, next question asked so many times in the exam, theory question is, how do you treat byproduct in the books? Byproduct fodder भी कुछ ना कुछ sale तो कर लोगे ना? So what will be the treatment of the byproduct? Yeah, this question is different. This is saying how will you calculate the value of the byproduct? Many times I have seen students are saying, ma'am, I wrote such a correct theory answer and they have given 0 out of 5 and I opened my paper and all. Okay? So that's not right. That's not right. आप ध्यान से पढ़ो, एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहे हैं. If they say what is the way to calculate byproduct, it is how do you get the value of the byproduct. Every byproduct is not going to have market value. They have good. And this one which is most asked is, once you get the value of the byproduct, how you are going to treat it in your books. Okay? So let us first get how will you get the value of the byproduct. Market value of the byproduct. To arrive at the cost of the main product, the amount realized on sale of the byproduct is deducted from the cost of production. For example, amount realized from sale of molasses in sugar factory goes to reduce the cost of sugar produced. Oh, the best way is byproducts value where what you get, reduce it from the joint cost and reduce the joint cost. Or you can calculate the byproduct. यहाँ पे तो you are calculating at the sales value. Here you are calculating the byproduct at the NRV. Under this method, NRV of byproduct is deducted from the cost of the production instead of the sales value. And this is suitable when byproduct requires additional further processing and all. So just whatever is the market value of the byproduct at the split off you can take. Or you can put a standard cost to byproduct. Standard cost is the benchmark in main product ka cost. If peanuts you are putting 50 per kg, the fodder what you get will be 5 kg. 10% ही रहता है. So now some standard benchmarks we have. Okay. So that we will consider. Okay. Some confusion is there. Listen all of you. What I am discussing is how will you get the value of the byproduct? You can take it at the market value byproduct जो sale हो रहा है या फिर NRV sales value of the byproduct minus further processing cost of the byproduct and so, or you can take byproduct at a fixed standard cost like 10% of the original product cost or something, or you can take comparative price as any other alternative if you have similar to that, or reuse or opportunity cost. Sometimes what happens, like in utensil making company or in paper mills and all, the byproduct जो waste है ना, again they put it as a scrap and they उसको melt करके फिर से they put it as raw material. So then in that case byproduct you are not selling outside, but suppose some bowls and all steel bowls you are making, if they are damaged, that is like a scrap and then they again melt it and again put it as raw material. So you value it at the opportunity cost. This is just to get the value of the byproduct. This question is at least asked 5 times in the final exam as theory question. In all these revision videos, I am covering theory questions, I am covering concept, weightages I am giving to you, and I am discussing booster notes. But yeah, booster notes were too many in cost sheet, material, labor and overhead. Here not required much. Okay. Now, how to treat the byproduct in your books. If the value of the byproduct is very small, miscellaneous income, you can put it in costing P&L account, or you can reduce it from the total cost of the main product. So if my joint cost is 5 lakhs and byproduct value is 25,000, I can reduce the joint cost only to 4,75,000 and a portion. How did you like this? So you reduce it from the total cost, or you credit it to P&L account. And sometimes byproduct is of good value. काफी valuable है byproduct भी. In gold diamond units, that scrap, that whatever little also you get, gold, water and all that is very valuable. Then you can treat it as the joint cost and go on. And sometimes when they require further processing, byproduct is again processed and made into neat product and then sold, then you can take it according to the NRV. So generally, what is the treatment of byproduct? I want to repeat. If it is small in value, transfer to costing P&L, or reduce it from total cost. Or if it is of major value, then apportion it in the joint cost. Now, when they require further processing, okay, right? If they require further processing, then NRV you take at the split off point and further produce it and treat it like a joint product. Okay? And now, repeatedly asked question is, I think I'll show you the notebook. So you can know the repeatedly asked question here is decision making, whether you should further produce or not. चलो इसको देखते हैं. Yeah. Contract costing we have just completed. Yeah, look at this. If you want to take a decision whether you should sell the product at the split off point or you should further process, how do you take that decision? 1 second, I'll be back just 1 second. Thank you so much for waiting. Chalo. Final sales value you take as your first step after further processing. What is the final sales value after further processing? Less. What is the sales value at the split off point? अगर आप further process कर रहे हो, A you are further processing to L, B you are further processing to M. What is the final sales value and what is the sales value at split off point? Is there any additional sales value? Take it. Less. Additional cost. When you are further processing, you will incur additional cost also, no? Or I have specially written this with different pen many times in the exam. Additional saving in the cost. If you further process, then instead of 16, only 14 lakhs will be incurred. होता है ऐसे भी. So 2 lakhs you have saved in the cost because of further processing. If you sell as it is, no, selling expenses are 16 lakhs. If you further process and sell, selling expenses are 14 lakhs. So you have saved 2 lakhs in further processing. So that is also an income. And if this is giving additional profit, further process it or sell it at split off point. फिर से एक बार. What is the final sales value? Less. What is the sale value at split off point? Third step, additional sales. Fourth step, additional cost. Additional cost you have to deduct, minus. But if you have saved, you have to add and you will get additional profit. So if there are 2-3 products, A product में additional profit है, further process करो. B में loss आ रहा है, मत करो. C में further process करो and so on. Decide. If additional profit is there, further process it or better sell it at the split off point. ठीक है? Right. See how you can apportion this cost in number of units, or you can apportion in the output, or you can apportion in the final sales value. Acha. And now what is survey method? Survey method is, suppose these are number of units produced and survey says weights of number of units is 40%, 30%. Weights and all can be given in points, percentage, anything. So you multiply number of units with the weight. So you got these as point, survey points. And in this ratio, you will apportion 1 lakh joint cost. Now, can you take survey method with output? That was survey method with kgs. And now take survey method with output, weight, karlo. So now you have got weight in output. And in this, you take the joint cost. Okay, right? And so like this, you have some nice decision-making problems also here. 1 second. Just I thought I'll share with you the routine class book also so that you can check how to solve. It's very easy, and don't leave students. Contribution margin and all नहीं समझ में आ रहे तो अच्छा, this is the only chapter, थोड़ा सा orally भी लेकिन problems देख के जाना है आपको. Okay. Theory question is clear. Will you be able to get 5 out of 5 marks? ये देखो. Yeah, contribution margin method. You're asking, no, one problem. This is my regular class notebook. Sale value you have taken out. Final sales value minus variable joint cost. So you are getting contribution. Joint cost code you should be able to split into variable and fixed, which will be given. So variable joint cost you apportion in the ratio of 100 kg and 120 kg. Units may survey method, physical unit, kgs. Variable joint cost you apportion. You get contribution minus the fixed joint cost in the ratio of the contribution, that is 40:12, and you get the profit. Very easy this chapter is. So you can apportion like this. Sometimes in the exam, in the problem, if required, you can see this is a problem for decision making. If you finally further process AR, you are getting this. If you sell just at P, you are getting this. But when you further process, you are actually saving the selling expense. So add and further processing cost minus, you are getting the net sale. Just 5-step answer. You can draw the diagram, you can apportion like this. See, this is also decision making. Final sale value, less sale value at split off, additional sale value, less further processing cost, additional profit. So M mein to if you further process, you are getting a profit of 20. Good, go for it. N, if you further process, additional sales is 28, but additional cost is 32. So there's a loss of 4. Stop. Don't further process N. P, if you further process, you are going to incur additional sales to BC will write, but additional cost is 36. Don't do it. 16. Just sell it. You know, so many people, they say, this is like a common sense. I can sell my product in Telangana. Good. You're doing very good. Now you decided, let us sell our product in Mumbai and Delhi. But those are metro cities. You will have to incur a lot of competitive advertisement and other costs. So, okay, if you go out of Telangana and sell your product in Mumbai and Delhi, you may increase your sales. But if your advertisement, traveling, transport, all cost is more, don't do that. Make yourself master in your product in Telangana. Let people from India come to Telangana to buy your product. So this is a beautiful knowledge. I always say, knowledge is not restricted to classroom. Right? हाँ? तो ये जरूर से आप चैप्टर करके जाओ, छोड़ो मत. Very simple, and this is a chapter. I myself say you need written practice for material, labor, and overhead. But overhead, 1 or 2 problems if you do that step method and simultaneous equation, fine. This is the chapter. Just keep and practice. One day before exam, कोई problem solve करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Check out 2-3 good problems where you have done decision making, and 5 marks they are asking contribution margin method. What's the indicator? Joint variable cost पहले apportion करो. Now in the contribution ratio, joint fixed cost apportion करो. हो गया. Survey method, physical method. I think I have repeated many things so that they are clear to you. And if these revision videos are helpful to you, do share it with at least 5 of your friends. Sometimes, you know, many students ask me, ma'am, you're putting so many revision videos for tax, accounts, costing. God knows till what time we will be able to carry on like this, bolte or not. So this knowledge, if it has benefited, it has brought result for so many of you who have become chartered accountants in last 20 years and cost accountants. I'm teaching CMA taxation also. So definitely it would be a great help from your side if you can share these videos with your friends. Watch this, your concept will be clear. Below the video, link is there where you can join our Telegram and WhatsApp group to stay connected. And any doubt you also have in this video, comment below. Most welcome, and I'm ready to solve all your doubts. Any book, click the photo clearly, Send me a voice note. What is your doubt? I'll surely clear it for all of you. Hit the notification button so that next I'm going to come up with a revision video for service costing and all, and you can watch it very quickly and watch 2-3 times. Replay करके बार-बार सुनो. Students have really given me the feedback. Those who have completed writing the test series, overhead paper is over last Sunday. They said overhead, this booster revision video they have watched 2-3 times. YouTube में आप कितने भी बार देख सकते हो. So the more repeatedly you hear, it is more helpful. That's all. Thank you so much. Blessings and wishes to each one of you, dear students. Thank you. Bye-bye.